Alex, starting with races run on June 8th. Race 2, 10-1 overlay upsetter Wild Rainbow, demonstrates how important only a half furlong of distance can be in turf sprints. Worn down trying to last 5.5 panels last out at Atlantic City, the Ben Perkins Jr. trainee was strong late here on the cutback to 5/8, coming again late after it looked like she was going to get past. Race 4, fourth finishing Overlook, who prefers her routing be done on the lead, rallied wide and deceptively well against Type here. She could do with an innermore post. Race 5, Victor Chickwis is built like a tank. He's only a $12,500 claimer, but he has the quintessential build of a classic power sprinter. Race 6, wow. Fourth finishing, much too boldly and much too widely middle-moving Scavazzetto easily is at least 8 lengths improved on his 2011 turf form. Race 7, speedy runner-up Escrow Kid now should be fully fit after perhaps not getting all he could out of his first 2 starts of this form cycle, which were run on turf and synthetic surfaces he failed to relish. This gelding is fast, game, and good. Race 8, winner Jersey Jazz has a humongous grass stride and has moved forwardly markedly in each of his 3 turf starts. He has major upside on the lawn. Race 9, Victor Winnie Dixie proved to me that she can take pace heat and still keep on going. Her stride here was strong and efficient. She can win good stakes races over the local surface. Returnee third finishing Banner Elk Lady won second race off a layoff last season and made 2 good moves here. She has distance options. June 9th. Race 1. 2 to 5 odds fading runner-up Coral Glade continually will have trouble running to her odds if she doesn't learn to relax in the early part of her races. Race 2. 39-1 runner-up Festa Time ran to his exceptional pre-race appearance for a barn whose runners frequently perform to their looks. I wasn't done there. No. Race 7 on June 9th we have to go back to. Fifth finishing Hound Gun had major pace and trip woes while going a distance too far versus especially tough rivals for the level. He has a chance to rebound with a cutback and are facing a lesser bunch. Race 9. Winning trainer Jason Service can train any type of racehorse, but Best Actor's score here was a reminder of just how good Surface is with recently claimed veterans on the turf, especially ones relatively lightly raced over that surface. Race 11. Either runner-up returnee, even money favorite Stop Shopping Maria simply isn't that good, or Victor Jazzy Ideas' overpowering late rally stamps the latter filly as the best female turf sprinter on the East Coast, going between 5.5 and 6 furlongs. June 10th. Race 4. 2-back jockey Joe Bravo learned that Famous Patriots' move doesn't last nearly as long as the year 1776 did. Here, Bravo rated and nurtured the gelding in the protective pocket before unveiling him as late as possible to produce a winning move not vulnerable to late race hang time. Race 5. Super job by jockey Kendrick Carmouche on winning favorite Plymouth Square, who refused to back down when Paco Lopez on self-destruct kept looking back and eyeballing his in tight quarters key competition into the stretch. Carmouche and his mount steadfastly but responsibly thrust their way into the breach and split their way to victory. Lopez, for his part, rode competitively but cleanly. Race 8. Runner-up No Play got no pace help but kept grinding throughout. More distance, more pace, and more maturity will make him even more productive. Race 10. In the Grade 2 Monmouth Stakes, favored Data Link needed a few strides to gather himself spinning out of the tight second turn into the stretch, but once he did, the sculpted on both front and rear end colt effortlessly engulfed multiple Group 1 winner Get Stormy and scored with plenty in reserve. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, there's no Breeders' Cup race. You can laugh, Louie. It's funny, a little bit at least. Unfortunately, there's no Breeders' Cup race at the 9-furlong distance of the Monmouth because Data Link is unproven and unlikely to improve going longer. And 1 mile at Santa Anita probably doesn't give him enough straightaway upon which to accelerate. Okay, I'm not going to be a comedian, all right? Third finishing Get Serious, battled Precious Passion, a multiple Group 1 winner, then runner-up Get Stormy, and didn't even yield readily to the winner in a much improved and super game effort. Precious Passion, on the other hand, ran off quickly in his patented style, but had little of his former spunk to offer when challenged. Kentucky wants to do away with Lasix. Fine. But I've heard precious little about how bleeding in racehorses unable to use Lasix will be controlled, or how horse players' interest will be protected without the diuretic. And as for public relations, what's worse, horses using Lasix or full-color photographs of horses bleeding? I'm not really sure. And as for the unfathomably widespread notion that banning Lasix will attract neophyte horse players who otherwise would not consider horse racing, well, if you believe that, if you believe any neophyte horse players at all will be attracted to a thoroughbred game without Lasix, if you think that plays any factor at all in marketing horse racing to anybody, I have a stack of 2009 pari-mutuel tickets about this high that I will be glad to sell you.